All right, so good morning. It's time for a video update of what's going on around the shop. We've got some weather concerns. It's beautiful outside, crisp, cool, clear, but it's only 22 degrees, and that's a problem. Why is that a problem, you might say? Well, it's funny. Typically water-cooled cars like this two-stroke DKW 3.6, they have no water pump. They have a hydro-siphon cooling system. You're like, well, you just put antifreeze in there and keep the blocks from freezing, right? Well, you can't. Antifreeze is too thick. It kind of gets jelly and it won't allow the hydro-siphon system to work right. So I run straight water with a preservative and water wetter. I think it's called water wetter to lubricate. And oh, if I can open this with one hand. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So we have a great big huge upper radiator hose that allows the Thermosyphon system to work on the principle of physics. Warm water rises, cold water descends. But if you have thick antifreeze, it doesn't work as well. So straight water with a little water wetter and some anti-corrosion stuff usually works pretty well. And also antifreeze, believe it or not, can make the car overheat because it doesn't circulate. So I have to keep the cars, what I'm trying to say is I got to keep the DKW, water-cooled DKW cars inside on cold nights, otherwise the blocks will freeze. So this is my restored or 95% restored DKW, the yellow one here, and we're working on the black one here. And since last time, what did we do? We got the hood straightened out, had a bunch of dents in it. It's in primer. It needs another coat of black primer, but the windshield's going in today. And I wanted to paint the dash. The whole point of having the windshield out of this car was to paint the dash. Dash came out beautiful. You can see how shiny that is. It's got a little bit of dirt in it, but it looks really good. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Super shiny. I just painted the top part, basically the part that we padded. So we get the windshield in there. All these corners were rusted out. I had to do a bunch of body work and filling and all that stuff. So we got a new seal. It's warming up, and the windshield is old and pitted and scratched, but it's going back in. Not much I can do. I'll just be happy to get a windshield back in it. Once I got the windshield back in it, then I can take a rope on the outside of the seal. It'll be nice and flexible, and I can mask that off, and then I can finish my primer and paint and do what I need to do. But this car is sort of coming along. I know it looks really bad, but I painted around the windshield seal into the jambs there with some single stage black, and then also I spent a lot of time cutting back the seal on the rear window and getting paint into where the water had been sitting and trying to rust out that old area there, and that came out really good. I may put some more primer on there and repaint that as well. I'm not sure yet. So things are happening, but this DKW also has to sit inside on cold nights, otherwise the block will freeze. Same type of thing. It has a Thermosyphon cooling system. There is no water pump. It's just naturally circulated by temperature. So all right, we're getting somewhere. DKW is all over the place, I tell you. It's crazy.